In an effort to celebrate Black History Month, the America East Conference is honoring one African-American alumni from each of its 9 institutions. In this segment, University of Maine graduate Clayton Sinclair talks about opening up his home to African-American travelers for over 25 years in Kittery Point, Maine.
Well, it means that the university is recognizing Black History Month. I think at the time I was there, we had a Black History Week or something of the nature, because I think that's why the Walter White and a few other prominent blacks came to the University of Maine to speak, was doing one of those weeks or commemorative activities. So I'm happy that the university is recognizing. I hope that they have gone from more than 3 when I was there to whatever number they're there now. I had a good education at the University of Maine, and no regrets after 4 years and graduating from the University of Maine in 1955. Well, since I was in law school, I graduated in 1960 from Howard University in Washington, D.C. I've seen a tremendous change, and there are now many, many black females, whereas in my class there were only 3. That's at the law school. I think there is clearly obvious there's a black lawyer who is now president of the United States. Although he didn't go to Howard, he did go to Harvard, which was in New England, is in New England. So the influence of blacks in the field of law has been tremendous, and has made a great difference on the status of all Americans in the United States because of the cases that they presented and argued. I think it's more important than you say entering the law, because every lawyer that goes to law school and graduates does not, in a sense, practice law. Many times you get the expression, when are you going to stop practicing and go to work? But the practice of law obviously is something which you're involved in law on a day-to-day basis. Many students, persons who have studied law, members of the bar, do not practice law on a day-to-day basis, but I think it gives you an education where you can go into most any field, business, social, most any kind of field you can use law in, and will give you a basis for being successful at doing that job. Well, we had a small house there that during the summer, and my father built a garage with rooms over the garage, and we could accommodate from 15 to 18 people at a time. And primarily it was just that people would be going through the area and would ask someone, where would you be? Or they even had friends who would say they were coming this way, can we stop at your place? And of course my parents would say yes. And after so many of those did it, they said, well, why don't we just open up a business and just invite or to the extent of people coming in. And it was my opportunity to meet professional people, because the people who went with me from took me up to the University of Maine my freshman year with my parents, and was a lawyer in New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. And he became a judge eventually, but he had a lot of influence on my going to law school. It was an opportunity to meet professional blacks. And you may find it interesting that professional blacks, why would they come to a place like Rock Rest? Because there was no place else. The students at the University of Maine, obviously, I don't think that any statements can be made to either black or white students that studying hard is very important to all of them. I think that if you pursue your education and study hard, work hard, and decide with the help of your professors and others to determine what kind of work you want to do in later life. That University of Maine is a good university to go to. It's grown a great deal since I was there in 1955, I'm sure. But I have no regrets of having attended the University of Maine, and I got a good education there.